Go live.
Going live.
Fuck yeah. From the cosmic womb, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Here we are.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
We got main feed. Bam.
Cheers.
Cheesy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Double fisting.
Cheesy.
Cheesy.
Water.
Cheers, cabrons. Water with that fucking.
Good to keep hydrated.
With that fucking live giving shit.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say I can't hear it.
Turn water into wine. We got water and wine. And beer. What the fuck you gotta say about that?
All right. So new podcast, Into the Cosmic Womb.
This better be post. Yeah. All right.
Into the Cosmic Womb. We'll see what happens. Idea of bringing up a topic.
Your
Each
topic was
time.
what, Sam?
Each time a different topic. Reflect on it. Different guests, different minds. We originally had it as the fifth mind, but that may not work because there may not always be a fifth mind. Either way,
Right now we got foul.
people's consciousness.
Hey, but
linked
doesn't
together.
4 create 5?
That's what I'm saying. The fifth mind would be the extra.
The guest. Yeah, it's
But-
the four from
the tulpa. The tulpa is the fifth mind.
the four from OMR.
All right, perfect. But anyways, this is the cosmic womb from where ideas and entities and archetypes come from.
Correct. And we're gonna try to start with waves. We're gonna see what happens with waves.
So your topic was waves, Sam. You wanted to talk about waves. What popped in your head that triggered this?
Jumping
kind of-
right in. We're jumping
Yeah.
right in.
I love it.
Cannonball.
I want you to like dive into it. So what is it? So who's this? Just you and Lou?
This is us two as well as Art.
All right.
Just jiggity jamming. Just
Art had that
fucking
part.
improv.
This little
Yeah.
guitar part.
I like it.
It's some cool
You guys
stuff.
got some really good jams.
Yes.
Thank you.
That
It's-
one's fun.
By the way, it's very like you can set a mood to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of music where like for example, if you're making music, you want to set a tone, and this is the type of tone. You know what I mean? Where it's like, all right, I know where you guys are coming from because it's like I understand it, but because I know you personally, so I'm kind of biased. But it sounds good.
We've never had River on. No, we were supposed to go with Weapon X. Weapon X. Or 57742. So this is Weapon X.
57742.
57742.
Android 57742.
And big.
That's why upgrades are evolution.
Hey, have you guys heard of
Updates?
Hey, have you guys heard of well, waves? Talk about waves, bro.
I don't even
know about waves.
So just to finish, Lou, Cosme, Sam,
Weapon X.
bang bang,
Cosmic,
and the
baby.
kaleidoscope of synchronicity in the background.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get banned for anything.
We got 54772
No, we should get banned on
here.
the very first episode.
Guest 54772,
Hopefully. Oh,
aka Weapon X.
Okay, so this is what I had. We were talking about how you expand through different forms of view, different fields of view, different radiuses, different sizes, and life goes from a dot to chaos to dot to chaos over and over again. And it's that same dualistic pattern of life, and that's kind of like a wave, which tied to the visual spectrum. You said you saw the visual spectrum, which we live on just a tiny little part of it, or we perceive just a tiny little part of the visual spectrum, which is also a wave. And as the waves get closer and closer together, more compressed, more compact, our ability to experience them exceeds us. And the
Yes.
slower the waves
Yes.
also, right? So we think in a certain frame, we perceive in a certain frame, we feel in a certain frame, we see in a certain frame. So there's waves there. And
Well, those are really good points, by the way, Sam. The thing is that exactly what you're saying was what I'm saying. Like, even like if you like what I was saying about the in and out, that's a wave in a sense, where like you can be here, but you can like space out, right? That's what we call it. It's like a aware of like we use words to describe these little things, right? Which is
Space.
like we space out, which is like, hey, you're in it. There's another way to say it. You're in it right now. Like you're totally in something, and like thought that you're not in here. You're not being here now. That you're being somewhere else. You're either stuck in the past or in the future, or like stuck in thought.
Imaginary land, you know.
Yeah, you're stuck in thought. So therefore, like you're not really experiencing the whole of what it is to be now.
compartmentalized
Exactly.
consciousness.
Yes. So therefore, like it's like to that, to like add to that, like it's a wave. We always do that, in a sense, but we also choose to like stay in it or not, in a sense. You know what I mean? So like, I stay in and out sometimes. Like we're in a sense like I understand what's going on, and like she said, when like earlier we were, I'm sorry, earlier we were talking about something, and then Sam was like, "Oh, she's totally not listening to you," and I was like, and then she responded, she was like, "Yeah, I am," and I was like, and then Lucia was like, "She's not." Like, well, she is, and she's not, and she's also, and I'm also aware that all this thing is happening. You know, that's why that's why you guys laughed, because I even pointed out the last detail, which is when Lucia said she's not. You know what I mean?
That's 3 events to remember
Yes.
in a row.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm so aware of shit like that I fucking pinpoint shit like that, and then some, and like I could tell where your feet were at. I could tell, you know.
Damn.
But I'm like, I don't want to get into that because it makes me freak out. It makes me get into like, you know,
Hyper conscious mode.
Yes. So it's like I don't want to be that.
Gotcha.
I want to be here.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyways, so
Waves.
yeah, waves. So in and out.
We're gonna
constantly.
try this. We're gonna try.
So what do you
stay
have
on
to add
topic.
to that, River or Lucius? Because I've talked a lot, and Sam you know, he butted in. He started the show.
He fucking butted in when he started the show.
He butted in when he started the show. How do you do that? That's fucking bullshit. I'm just kidding.
It's
Anyways,
number one bullshit.
it's number one. What do you think?
Anything on waves?
I'm sorry.
I completely blew the topic off. I completely said it incorrectly. But welcome.
No, he had it right. It
It's
goes
'cause-
the way it goes, and usually Sam is more like eloquent with his word,
I was all over the place with the point.
and I tend to be more like in and out, like the wave. Anyways, go
In
ahead.
and out. So I brought up the color spectrum. Okay, so that didn't pan out. What was
Color
I,
spectrum.
What was I meaning? Okay, here's what I was meaning.
Wait.
Oh, how Nightcrawler's purple? You fucking unevolved.
That's hilarious.
cretins.
Okay, hey,
You
how about-
goddamn lobsters.
Plug in with
I'm a
your vote.
lobster.
Plug in with your vote. Is Nightcrawler from X-Men
How
blue
dare
or
you,
violet?
It's purple.
My vote, or no,
It's
purple.
indigo.
Purple. Lucius had purple.
Indigo.
It's purple.
I had blue. I had blue. Is Nightcrawler blue or purple? Throw in your votes for that.
Throw
But
in your votes.
into the machine, the box. You can vote twice. So
One of your votes can be to sabotage the results.
as well, Cosme. So like with audio, if you take any sound and you squish the sound and you compress it so that it happens faster and faster as you hit the play bar, it sounds more and more like a single little like note or a tone, right?
Right.
And then if you
The wave compresses. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, until it sounds like a one-hit thing.
Yeah.
And then
I get that.
if you keep going, it like, what was it? It opens up.
The rapidity of the note can increase to suffice for a frequency, a high pitch, more high pitched frequency than the original sample. So you can play the first transient of a sample at, 432 times per second. Ooh, we're going 432. Anyway, 432. It'll make an A note at that point, regardless of what the original sample was, as long as you have that transient that can make kind of a clip that creates an oscillation of some sort of frequency to create a note.
That's pretty crazy.
In layman's terms, fuck, I was trying to like, so you have
You make it faster. You go
yes,
and then that fucking that
Increases the
that
sound.
buzz can get so fast that it turns into
a note, a single note, right? But then that note, if you continue to do that, compress it, it then draws back out into like a steady sound. Forgot what it was, but you can keep going to infinity.
Oh, you're an asshole. That's what it says.
Right. Okay. So you start out with like a drum hit, like a kick, like a bunch of kicks over and over and over in a row. You can take all those kicks and compress them until it sounds like you're hitting a single note, and then you can duplicate that one, which is a combination of multiple kicks squeezed into one. You can duplicate that sample into new kicks and squeeze those into a single sound, and it keeps doing it over and over again. So I was trying to tie that to
Waves.
patterns of focus, like looking at the earth from a certain height, it looks like chaos. You have different patterns in the land, you have different land structures, water, atmosphere, clouds, the way it looks, and then you zoom out far enough and then it's just the earth. And if you zoom out far enough from that, it becomes just a point. And then if you keep zooming out, then you get the greater pattern of like the galaxy. And then as the galaxy continues to zoom out, that becomes a dot, and then all the galaxies become a dot, and then it's like all that becomes white noise, which is more chaos. And I'm sure if you were to zoom that out further, that would also become a dot. And that's the infinity that's nested inside of everything, right? And that's that same theory of taking an audio sample and duplicating it and then squeezing them all together by playing them like very quickly, and it becomes one note again, and then you can take that and multiply it out. Like, it's kind of doing the same thing there. So that's wave-ish. Right?
Well, by itself, you're fucking with sound, which is wave.
Right. Frequency.
By itself.
So waves
right there.
waves are frequency, right, Lucian?
Yes, of course it is.
Yeah.
That's all we are.
That's
wave.
what we mean.
That's all we are.
An interesting thing
I've
about
seen the
sound waves
the wave shit.
is that they tend to travel in a spiral outward.
The thing is, I make you, you
'Cause
make
you have
me, bro.
360 degrees of phase.
We
So
all
these
agree.
motherfuckers be spinning around and shit. And so the most intensity that you can catch as a perceiver of a wave is the quarter wavelength, or the 3/4 wavelength, because those tend to have the most energy. I forgot what I was gonna say about perceiving waves.
Turn that up just a tad. Sorry.
Yeah.
You guys want to go live?
Quarter
now?
waves. So now we can tie to that to
I was gonna get into something that was brought up in a conversation recently. A friend of mine, coworker, fellow audio engineer, is involved in a local recording project, and a solution for an extra roomy snare was to place river stones around the snare stand. And I thought about the interaction of the waves and how the pressure that's created from the stroke of a snare hit pushes air downward.
Right.
And so like I was trying to think of, okay, how could these, like, obviously river rocks are circular, they're spherical rather, and
Smooth.
if you think of the passage of sound, it's flowing through the air, right? So air's kind of like water. There's certainly a buoyancy involved. So fluid dynamics kind of correlate with wave interactions.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was thinking of the pressure that comes down from the snare, probably with, like, normally would hit the floor and then like spread outward. It would kind of splash. So I'm thinking of like a stream of water hitting a flat surface and it spreads outwards.
Right.
Whereas if you have something to
Ricochet off?
diffuse the energy, diffuse the momentum, the momentum energy, the inertia. So now I'm thinking of like this stream of pressured air flowing down and hitting these rocks and like flowing around it and then kind of spreading out.
Yeah.
So a roomy snare became a controlled snare with the placement of some physical objects interfering with the natural wave path.
That makes a lot of sense.
Shit blew my mind.
So
blew
like,
my fucking mind.
The sound you're getting from the snare originally was like too.
It was like.
It was too reverby.
Yeah, it was excessively roomy.
Okay. And he just put river rocks by the snare.
Controlled it, made it.
That's
more
fucking
ideal.
awesome.
So it didn't make it like night and day, but a noticeable and usable difference, musical difference that makes an impact in the sound they're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And just the implementation of a physical object,
blocking airwaves.
In this case, rocks, which are extremely dense, which will reflect a lot of sound, but also the shape of them will disperse the sound in a certain way.
That's
so
interesting.
it made sense to me after it was explained. Blew my mind.
You'd have to find the tie to from like underwater to air, because like the rocks are a reflection of the equal erosion of water and the nature of water to be like equal on all sides, kind of, when it's moving across you.
Right.
Whereas air has a little more flexibility, I guess, when it moves. So to put something that is born of an underwater condition and use that as an air manipulator is interesting. Super interesting. I'm sure it affects the sound. But I
want to try some shit out.
I wonder how it relates to like odd horizontal surfaces and vertical surfaces.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like comparing a stream going down 90 degrees at a surface, it's gonna splash and ricochet outward. You know, equal angle. So it comes down at 90 degrees, it's gonna ricochet near 90 degrees.
Right.
So it's gonna just spread out. So when you have those rocks that are displacing it and giving it an odd reflection surface,
yeah,
it makes it spread out.
Some of your son's soul. Some of your son's soul. All right. So airwaves from the snare. River trip waves when you ingest psychedelics. The nature of a trip to move in waves, that was another theme.
Yeah,
that was tied in there.
You can talk about the progression. The natural progression of something like that
of a trip
is a hike, a 3-wave coaster, and then a long drawn out slope. And depending on the quality
of the substance,
you'll either be
the intensity,
skipping lake rocks, or you'll be fucking riding coasters and hitting Six Flags and shit.
Here's what I'll say.
Sonic the Hedgehogging it up and shit.
It's also kind of in reference to a wave. They thought that like when you would start to trip, it would be like picking a ball up off of the ground, and then as you raise through the initial onset,
that's gross.
It's like raising that ball into the air, and then once you start tripping for sure, you like let go, and that's that free fall feeling. And the trip, and then you hit reality, you like bounce back to reality, and then you go back up into exotic mind. but not as high as your initial run, and then you come back down. So I don't know if you've noticed that like the first hour to 2 hours of a trip is probably like the most intense. Usually. Well, except for when things go wrong later. Like when things are bad later, that's the most intense. But as far as the benefit from,
But that's emotion takes involved. Like if especially like if it's either like it's a really good high or it's a really good low.
yeah,
Like I've noticed that like I've gotten off my car. I've driven to the point where like I thought the apocalypse was going down.
oh yeah,
We're like, no,
that same
but like,
trip, that same trip from earlier.
yeah, like no, not
That's
even
that same trip.
like
Isn't it the shit?
shit just went down. I got off my car. The car was still
Great.
going. And
Marin's
I thought I was
Takena.
gonna get there faster on my
Right,
own
just when we
feet.
start
Clarence
talking about
McDonough.
it.
Clarence McDonough.
Dude,
You don't even used to know.
Greetings, all.
you don't even used to know.
My name is Clarence McDonough.
Okay, well, so they describe that as taking your consciousness up to certain heights and then letting it go. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Which is but they could do it. They could predict.
Clarence McDonough.
Dano. Clarence McDonough.
McDonough. Clarence Mc.
Okay.
Clarence Mc. Clarence Mc. Clarence Mc.
I love
Clarence-
that shit. I love that shit.
Clarence McDonough.
I can't wait to play that shit again.
Clarence McDonough. Straight up improv. Straight up improv. This was fun. This was an interesting quest in the path of the musician. It was pretty crazy.
look, there's
'cause-
Alf. That's
'cause-
Alf
'cause
at the Grand Canyon.
Hey, Alf at the Grand Canyon. What's up, Alf? Probably not watching, but hey, maybe you'll watch in the
Samurai.
future.
He's a traveling samurai.
Goddamn motherfucking samurai welder, motherfucker.
Samurai.
Weld your dick to your fucking
Damage
headpiece.
Blasphemize.
Some
Didn't
beautiful
wear
scenery,
two
though.
pair of socks.
Oh, I fucked my feet up there.
What?
On that
Did you
shit?
Go barefoot?
No, I wore boots with double socks, and I guess because the boots were too big, then my feet, like, the double socks rubbed against each other and completely tore my feet up. I had terrible blisters on the first night, and I was at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and I had miles and miles to hike to get out.
Oh my god.
My feet were fucked, and I was like, how am I gonna get out of this? I just fucking toughed it out. I couldn't feel anything. And then I ran
Did you
out
at
of
least
water.
wear one pair then?
No, I continued
Did
to wear
you
two
wrap them?
pairs.
You didn't take a wrap or anything? You could have just like wrapped up the blisters. So at least there wasn't that friction on them.
I didn't even think of that. I'm so
Oh.
dumb. I'm so dumb.
You're just like,
You
I'm
know,
gonna soldier
Straight,
this out.
straight
No.
drop in the bowl.
You know what I did? I switched to sneakers, like regular skating sneakers. After the boots, I was wearing like military boots to hike in the Grand Canyon. I don't know if that's appropriate or not.
What?
I was wearing military boots to hike through the fucking Grand Canyon. I figured that'd be smart, right? But I wear two pairs of socks. I wore two pairs of socks to protect the feet from abrasion, and instead it created abrasion.
I don't think boots are the best thing. Were they broken in well before you
Very
hiked
broken
them?
in. Very
Aw,
broken in.
Man. Then
So
they're
I
just
switched
bad
to
boots.
sneakers on the second day, like regular skater sneakers. Switched
that
to that.
help?
Totally went totally off topic from waves. You're supposed to be talking about going into the trip in waves. You know what I feel is waves? Ecstasy. Ecstasy kind of hits your
Are you
feet.
talking about that salvia?
Not yet,
Oh,
but that should be next.
I have no idea like what you mean.
All right, so then I'm gonna just
I
finish.
haven't tripped very often, and when I do, it's not much.
I'm gonna finish the ecstasy wave, and then we go to salvia.
Ooh.
When I take ecstasy, I feel like it's the ocean coming in at my feet, where it hits your legs and then comes back out, and then it comes in a little deeper, covers you a little higher. That's how I feel. And then eventually, like, it covers my head and I'm totally under it. Ooh, that's when you're grooving. That's when you're a blanket tucked behind a pillow in the corner of a couch. And you're just moving through those undertows like you can breathe underwater. Ooh. So that's that. That's how I feel about ecstasy as far as coming in waves. But salvia trip stories. Right?
Mine was short. It was like, 1-2 hits of salvia, and then I had this experience where I started feeling like I was being folded like a deck of cards, and I just started laughing uncontrollably. And I don't really recall saying it, but I guess I said that's how it all happens. It's just folded, and then I just laughed more, and then like it wore off.
I also
That's fast.
That is kind of fast. Do you know how many
Worn off.
it was? Extract by chance? Do you know how much extract it was?
7
I have
trillion.
no idea.
Because there's leaves, then there's like
Young
5x, 10x, 20x, 40x, 60x, 80x, 100x.
There's a million.
It was probably, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great. I don't know. I never tried it since, and I've never
Super
tried to
Saiyan
inquire
X.
it. It was like all by chance that I got it. I didn't go looking for it. It was just there, and I was like, pondered it, thought about it.
You did it by
That's
yourself?
how it happens.
No, I did it with a friend.
sometimes.
We both took turns doing it.
How was your friend's trip?
That's what she said.
He didn't really say much. It was like he was off in his own little world.
He didn't trip
From
out?
what I can remember, no. I mean, he was like doing weird shit in the air. Like, he was like playing,
that
grabbing
happens.
shit, messing with shit or
was he
something.
doing
I was just like, I have no idea
that-
what you're doing
that
right now, but as long
Mitsubishi
as you don't jump out
commercial
this
shit?
window, we're good.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Days go by and still I think of you. We're gonna get shut down first episode. I love it. First episode get shut
Channel
down.
shut down,
This-
banned for
Hey, we
life.
should call it shut down. Shut
I
down.
like that too.
Welcome to shut down. We're gonna get shut down in the next 3 minutes. Days go by and still I think of you.
That's hilarious. That's
Fuck
hilarious.
You. Fuck you tus. Fuck you tus.
Way too close to the mic.
Fuck you tus.
Way too close.
Hey.
It's not
Fuck you,
considered
Tus.
over there.
And you,
I'm just gonna call it. Fuck it.
I'm
That's my
sorry.
ears. No, I'm just kidding. What?
you're inside out now?
I had to. I couldn't take it. I was like, oh my god! My eardrums are going to explode.
Hypersensitivity to all sensory input.
Sorry.
I could turn it down. I'm gonna turn it down.
No, I'm
I
good.
mean, it was fun until. Don't eat the mic, man.
Damn. Don't be chomping on that robot cock.
Hey, calm down.
Hey,
And why don't you remote view this?
that's hilarious. I haven't been
Nah,
paying
just
any
kidding.
attention to the desktop background at all. The kaleidoscope.
I love you
sequence.
guys.
I've seen it a few times, and sometimes
That's
it
a-
does
that's a
fucking what we're
Cthulhu
talking
dick.
about. It just happens to have an
Boom,
image.
boom.
I'm
I
just
told
like, oh
you.
my god.
I told you. I knew that. I learned this on a trip. I learned that shit on a trip.
What'd you learn on a trip?
That mind can affect external environment.
Alright.
Of course it does. Wait, I told you about it, fucking Mario earlier.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this thing, this changing background thing, came from a trip
I can't fix it, bro. I know. Just sit down. Come on.
from like early on, like one of my first trips, first or second trip. I was like, oh shit, they're right. The external world is tied
Have
to
you
the
noticed
mind.
it while you're sober now?
Yes. But it's hard to hold.
Interesting.
It's
Like
hard to
whenever
hold
you're
on to
thinking
it.
about something and then somebody else starts thinking about it, almost.
We're,
like just that.
we're transmitting. We're
I
transmitting.
don't believe in that
You
shit.
put it out. You put it out there.
Yeah,
I think
Lucius is
we
the
are
odd,
because
odd
I've
woman
learned,
out.
like, dude, it's some crazy shit. This world is crazy. Y'all be
Hey.
crazy.
He believes in you too.
He believes in science. Lucius is a man of science.
Hey.
And you don't have to disbelieve in science.
Is I believe in science.
Which I like.
Hey,
You gotta have a rational person, a logical
inside
person.
a man, there is
Atoms,
shell.
atoms, dust, and
Inside
science.
his shell is a nucleus.
Which is the heart.
You know where that's from?
The heart is
Nacho
the
Libre.
nucleus of the
Nacho
atom.
Libre. And he's like, I don't believe in.
Which is the
I
core
don't
of the
believe in
earth.
God. I believe in science.
Which is the black hole of the galaxy.
I
right?
believe in science.
Which is the
Science.
Sorry. Okay. Almost
Science.
there. So you had the deck of cards. We all feel something like some kind of spinning through multiple lives. When
That's
we smoke
what it
salvia.
is that what you said, River? That's what it is?
She had the deck of cards.
That's what it is.
I had the deck of cards.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, during my experience. With,
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I had the
That's
Was
same
that
thing.
salvia?
And when you saw the deck of cards, what did you see?
I just felt like I was the deck of cards being
Oh
folded.
shit, that's fucking badass, dude. Because you know what? I'm sorry to interject, but that was awesome because like you were the deck of cards. What I saw is myself peeling and I was the scene. You get what I'm saying? Like if me and you and all of us are just chilling. And that corner right there, it starts peeling off.
Yeah.
And it starts coming. The peel. The peel. It starts peeling off. And when it starts peeling off, behind it, it's black, right? There's nothing.
The Tao.
Right. So it starts coming. And when it starts coming to you, like you're peeling off. And you become the scene. And I start peeling off. And when I start peeling off, I start fucking going in a circle.
Lucius has a joke.
And I start going in a circle, and I start seeing my past lives, and and they all look at me like, one of us, like when you told us one of us is tripping. When you said that, Sam, I was like, it resonated with me so much because of that, because they all looked at me like, wait a minute, one of us is tripping somewhere, and I look, and I was like, what? It's
Dude,
me.
yeah.
It's me, and I'm being the whole thing. Like I'm becoming from being the subject to being
The all.
yes, from being the observer to be what's being observed.
Observer and observed are one.
Yes, like it's like you notice the Tao.
This was supposed
You
to be
notice the in and
waves.
out, the
We
wave.
almost got it.
I don't know.
Hey bro, you wanna talk about peeling back, bro? You talking about the Dow, bro?
So you remember that 000 shit, bro? The triple zero shit I was telling you about, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm talking about the tree life, bro. Tree life, man. And I was saying that you get the zero, then you get the 000, the triple zero, bro.
Above the supernal triad.
Yeah, man. But them little bitch motherfuckers.
Those
down
little
there.
hidden
Little bitch motherfuckers down in supernal triad, bro.
those little hidden gems.
Little bitch mother. Anyway, 000, bro. That's the Dow, bro.
He gets it. He gets it. He on that level.
What?
Level.
What I missed?
Serious. Now Lucius got loud, and then so Cosme was looking at you like, "Where's
Like,
your?
you think I'm loud.
Where's your
I'm
inside
loud.
flip?
Like,
Where's your inside?"
Because I
flip
saw
now?
your face. You were like, and I was like, I know. That's the bitch. We got close to it, and I was like, that's what he knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, totally.
But I love it. Anyways, we're here. We're live.
We're
I love
queer.
you guys.
We're here.
Hey,
We're queer.
I love that you guys experienced. It's all look. What I found out is that, like even Mario, he like I said, my homeboy, he told me they're all archetypes, bro. Bro, everything you experience. What the little elves that fucking Terrence McKenna saw?
Self-transforming
Wait,
machine
what?
elves.
Transforming
Elves?
interdimensional,
Terrence McKenna.
interdimensional spring elves.
You know, that Robbie
I missed
Lawler,
that part.
he knocked me in my
This
face.
steampunk.
I straight saw self-transforming machine elves. I swear to God, they was mutating into themselves, turning into fractals.
Yo.
They was turning into different realities. I didn't know where I was, really. I didn't know who I was.
Those hyperdimensional elves from Terrence McKenna's DMT trip was trying to help Donald Cerrone with the head movement, and they just weren't successful. Donald Cerrone just drank too much.
He drank too
much
much
of that.
T-ball.
Too much of that. But wiser.
Just straight into a one more round. Straight
up, bro.
All right,
We
ladies
just went
and gentlemen.
to the insanity asylum.
Yes, we did.
Do you guys
Asylum?
want ever, dude?
That's our theme, bro.
Can we
That's
pay
what I
to
told
go
you
on
guys.
one on
Asylum.
Halloween? You want to
I
go
would
like
love
to
to go.
haunted?
Not
Hit that
on
party
Halloween.
up, bro.
Let's go.
I would actually want
Come
to
on.
Hit that party up.
be admitted to one. Not as a patient, but like not drugged up.
Hit me up.
Weird.
I want to talk to crazy people.
Gotcha.
I want to talk to crazy
Gotcha.
people. Then go talk to them. They're right out. They're everywhere. I mean, come on.
Well,
Don't gotta go no.
Some might say they're standing right next to you right now.
I do want to talk to crazy people to see if they have any kind of information to share. That
You
might,
got,
I've talked
you
to
got
homeless before.
anything
You have
to
talked
say?
homeless before.
yeah, but
You listen here. You got something to say.
clinically insane, the ones that have to be there, because
No, I've never done that.
they might have something,
Some insight
as
as to why they went crazy.
to the nature of reality.
Hey, well, I've gone to the point where like I felt like ecstasy to the point where it's like it's okay to like die. You know what I mean?
I mean,
That's good.
So like I think that's crazy
Death is
enough.
good.
I think that's crazy enough. You know what I mean? Like what's crazier than trying to kill yourself?
Trying to navigate through the maze after death.
But that's killing. That involves killing yourself.
After your ego is already dissolved.
But that involves killing yourself.
Like you're still moving through a greater maze.
You know what I mean? Like that still involves removing the body.
Yeah, you remove the body.
So, but like what I'm saying is like that. Like even that. Like what's crazier than that?
Then death. Then trying to kill yourself.
Like you can't think of it.
Oh, dude, knew it.
Because-
Kind of. We were talking about knew it, and that's kind of knew it. A little bit.
Ain't there like Carmax?
That came up earlier.
Carmax
too.
Stillion.
Snake and egg again. We had a snake and egg.
Snake in the egg. That's the hermit.
That's also male, female.
Something on the hermit, the comic egg, and then the serpent that represents the
female.
energy that comes down from the divine
The egg
heavens.
is female.
It comes down the tree
snake
of
is
life
male.
and makes its way. You got
The cosmic
you,
wolf.
you got the lightning bolt.
I don't
you
know
got
why it
the
has
lightning,
wings.
the lightning bolt that comes
Idea
down,
and action, bro.
and then you got the serpent that climbs up.
Oh,
I love that.
Cosmic egg. The cosmic.
What is that? The fucking tree of life? Or no, that's
yeah. It is the tree of life
Yes.
with the deck of tarot and the what is it? The regular ones?
Bunch of
I have
lies.
no idea.
not.
Just kidding. It's a system of information that's pretty
No,
concise.
that's not true. Nope, it's willy-nilly mental magical spells.
It's all willy nilly.
AI machines when they start
Oh,
going to
that's a
tarot,
pretty good.
and we gotta do that. We gotta do a robot that like does tarot for people.
From the looks of it, it would
Yes, I
seem
was
that
talking about
your
you.
cards.
Nope. Sorry.
Oh,
Broke down. System failure.
That's so pretty.
Blue screen.
You suck.
System restart.
I just says that for everybody. You suck.
all right. Well, this was a complete
She's
disaster.
terrible,
So
though.
thank
I
you,
love it.
thank you for everything. Do you have anything else on waves? Waves. That's what I thought of. Drug trips.
That's
River never got to it, but she said that it comes in biggest wave first. Biggest wave comes first, then drops you. Then you come up a little higher, right? Then drops you. That's what you were saying?
I
Is that
don't
not
know.
true?
I think that was you.
You said, well, I was talking about the ball. I think it was Leary who said that consciousness is like a ball at rest that you pick up to a certain height, let go. That's the metaphor for the trip as you're like blasting off and getting really high. Then things start going crazy. Then you come back a little bit. You recognize your surroundings. And then you take off again a little bit. Get a little bit more loopy. Back up, back down. Ball bouncing. Which is also like loops. You gonna Netflix and chill? Bill Cosby on the Netflix and chill? That's terrible, dude. That's terrible.
What you gonna do with Netflix and chill? What you gonna do with your job? I'm going to jail.
I'm gonna suck some butty bum.
No. So trip, no.
Some of your son's soul.
Again?
Kitty, what the fuck?
Yeah, we got a little.
Have we been looping this one?
We got a little thing.
Have we been looping it?
Little thing looping. Little loopy. Little loops.
That was weird.
Loop
Somehow the
loops.
cat just like totally tangled herself in this.
Loopsky pins.
Loopsy poo.
Princess Leia.
Oh, that's awesome. Doodle. Buy Bitcoin.
Buy the CTH coin.
Yes. Exclusively on the Cardano platform.
And the Lightning Network. For whatever.
How long has it been going?
Yeah.
8.
Time? Time?
I don't know.
Time?
Whatever.
You want to talk to me about time?
Time?
I don't know. This is stage 0.
Wouldn't it be right there?
Stage minus
is
1.
now.
I'm looking.
Wouldn't
I'm
it be
looking.
on the audio?
I don't
I'm
know. I
looking.
just
Wouldn't it be on the audio
I'm
program?
looking.
I just know it's now.
Wouldn't it
That's
be
all
on the
I know.
audio
Nah,
program?
that's what I've been recording
It's
a lot.
now, right?
longer.
Now?
Oh, you just jumped in?
Yeah.
It's now?
It is now.
It is now. Then who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
There you go.
42 something.
That works.
Maybe longer. Alright, cool. Fucking Katopo stream. Episode 0000.
Double jab.
To the cosmic womb.
Tune in to one more round
Check it out again
Tomorrow.
in the future. Maybe we'll fucking talk about some
for the
dumb shit again.
Bellator. For the Bellator.
We'll be doing the fucking Bellator after 6 p.m. After 6 p.m. maybe, I don't know. I'll set this shit up. Maybe leave this shit in a good state. These guys just come in and this brother fucking plays this. They start off and then press record. And then we start going and then one more round. You want to see one more round? We're going to do one more round up and one more round.
1.